everybody, Jerry Taggart here. Now be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV by subscribing on YouTube and following them on social media for all the latest Leicester City news and information. Come on, you foxes!
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Welcome along. How are we all doing? Got rid of the hangovers, I hope. Ready for the match. It's just a small matter of this coming up this afternoon. How are we all? Post our first ever COVID Christmas, we are here. I'm having trouble keeping my hat erect. That's probably because I had a little drink last night when I got in. How are we all doing? Ready for the match? It is a bit scary. It is second versus third. But I didn't realise we haven't actually beaten Man United since the title. Well, 5-3, I think, was the last time we beat them. Are you scared? Are you worried? Are you confident? Is this going to break the mould? We're going to get our first win in ages. Let's see how my pre-match chum Josh is feeling this morning. Morning, Josh.
Morning, mate. How are you? Good Christmas, mate.
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much. Having said that, actually, you've just reminded me I have a Christmas gripe here. Right. And I know this is not football related, but Quality Street, right? A tub of quality. What's everybody's favourite? I'll tell you what everybody's favourite is. It's the penny toffee, isn't it? Or the toffee penny.
Not for me, mate. Strawberry cream for me, pal.
No.
Strawberry
You'd be
orange
happy
cream.
then. You'd be happy because there's plenty. Do you know how many penny toffees are in a tub that size? 2. Two. That has ruined my Christmas. I'm going to write off to Nestle. 2 in a box that size. 2 penny toffees. We better win today to make up for it.
That's it, just to make up for it. Like
you had a good one though. You got young girls, haven't you?
Yes, mate. Yeah, it was busy. Obviously, toys everywhere at the minute. Me and the missus have just been spending the morning trying to get the house back together and doing bits and bobs. But it was lovely, mate. Tiring, but it was a cracking day. Really nice.
Just a couple of hellos there to Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Ho, ho, ho. Green. I should have put those two together. Ho, ho, ho. Green triangle. That was an advert, wasn't it? Or I was Johnny Green Giant.
Green triangle's good as well, I must admit.
It's going to be the toffee pennies. This is more important than today's match. Let's get this right here. Get things in perspective. It was the penny toffees and the long, chewy ones. But like you say, eat like football opinions. We all have our own favourites. You know.
That's it.
We're getting a blue coconut. I tell you what. Mate,
controversial that.
I'll send you all the ones that are left over in the celebration because nobody ever eats the bounties. And welcome to Ivan, getting you live in Sierra Leone. Happy Boxing Day. We're going to beat Man United today. Well, let's hope so. They've announced the team. Let me just bring it up because, well, it's basically no different, is it, Josh?
No, unchanged, mate. To be honest, it's what I expected. I think we're probably going to go into the game with the same tactics and setup we did against Spurs, to be honest with you, and obviously that worked a treat. So hopefully it works again today. I've seen their lineup as well. It looks like they've got a bit defensive, so it wouldn't surprise me seeing if we see quite a lot of the ball. To be honest, it's just how we use it.
It is, and let me just move that out the way. Problem is, we're at home. You got two teams here, both of which have a better away record,
Yeah,
and a home record. And the problem with that is we're not the away team.
that's it, mate. One of my mates, he messaged me this morning saying big game, and that he's a United fan. And I did say to him, like, you know, what did you think? And he says, like, away from home, they've been great. I says, well, same as us, really. I says, but our own form's been really poor. It's strange, really, due to COVID and that. I didn't think it'd make such a difference, to be honest, whether you played away or at home, really, because we know fans and stuff. But hopefully we get back on track at home today, pal. Fingers crossed.
I think there's certain teams and certain players it has affected. I think it was Craig, who does the preview show with me on a Tuesday night, mentioned, for example, James Maddison. He's a crowd player. He plays better, you know, when there's a crowd there. And I think certain teams, I think Sheffield United have had the problem with their crowd. I mean, when you think about Leicester City as a team and Leicester fans as supporters, normally they're listening to not only us singing, but we've got, you know, 29,000 odd clappers going. None of that. It must, and I know, I mean, I worked from home recently, and it was a completely different atmosphere just to being in the office with other people around and that chitter chatter that's going on and a bit of the buzz. I think it does. I've always joked and I've always said, you know, with the money they're on, they should be able to play on a Victoria Park on Sunday morning in the mud. But I think it does affect certain teams, and I think it has affected us.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Certain players, definitely. I think you raised a good point about Maddison being a fan player. I definitely think he's someone who feeds off the crowd. And but then again, you look on the set. I suppose it's down to the player, really. You look at you put the shoe on the other foot, and you look at Vardy. It's not affected him at all. He's just kicking on as usual, still winding opposition fans up by celebrating. So, but yeah, I agree, mate. I think it's down to the individual player, really. Definitely, I can see where you're coming from with that.
I mean, I'm hoping today because my brother-in-law Malik and his two boys, James and Tom, are big Man United fans. I mean, he comes from Hong Kong. Of course, he's a Man United fan. You know,
right?
Where else would he be from? Certainly not from Manchester. If you're watching, guys, I think it's about time we do stuff for you, because I was on TalkSport earlier, and if you want to get the link, it's in the YouTube page, ltid. Links in the Facebook and Twitter to take you to that. The last time, I was right. The last time we beat Man United was on that great day on the 21st of September 2014 in the 5-3. And since then, we've lost, drawn, lost, drawn, lost. We've got to change that soon, haven't we?
Hopefully, mate. Yeah, today I think if there's ever a time where we could potentially do it. I mean, going into the game, I think, you know, United, they're on decent form, especially in the league. I think they're unbeaten in quite a few now, so it's going to be tight today. Like you say, it's just how we use the ball. Hopefully, like against Spurs, when we had the ball and we'll pass it with intent as well. We're looking to get forward a lot quicker. I think the way they set up, it's you know, it looks like they are going to go a bit defensive, so they'll drop back. So hopefully Maddison will be able to, you know, create a bit of space, try and get the ball in behind if we can. It's like I said against Spurs, mate. It's a big game for Maddison and Tielemans today.
It is. You said that the other day. I mean, I'm going to say hello on Periscope. We are on Periscope as well. We're live on YouTube Periscope, which is Twitter, and of course Facebook. Garma, you're most welcome. You're a gooner, but I love watching Leicester. Mate, you're welcome. And I tell you what, why not dump the Gooners? They're not exactly doing well this season, are they? Come on over and support a good team like Leicester. No, mate, I know I can't change your loyalties. It's great to have you on board. And thanks for saying you enjoy watching us. When we're on form, and I said this morning, you never know with Leicester what Leicester's going to turn up. Is it going to be the Leicester that stifled? And we not only stifled Spurs and stopped them, playing, but we played really well as well. Or is it going to be the Fulham that turn up?
Yeah. It's strange, really, like especially this season against the bigger teams, apart from Liverpool, where we just got turned over. We seem to be performing really well. And then, like you say, against smaller teams, I think sometimes it's a case of us fans as well. We all sort of think, oh, it's easy 3 points. But so far in the Prem, mate, this season, it goes to show anything can happen. Fulham drew against Liverpool and nobody would have called that. So it's going to be interesting, mate, I think. But yeah, today it's to make a big statement amongst the, like I say, the big six, the big seven. I think a win today would be massive for us.
I mean, we've lost to Liverpool, granted, but we've beaten Spurs, we've beaten Arsenal, we've beaten Man City. I'm a lot older than you are, mate. I mean, I can remember pre-Premier League, and it is always Leicester. We do always do better against the big teams, and we do seem to sort of, if there's a team that can shoot itself in the foot, it is Leicester City. But looking at the sort of the it's not working, but if I can bring it up, looking at the recent form, the form guide, all you hear all the time is, oh, Man United want rid of Ollie. Ollie's doing no good. For God's sake, he's got them to third in the league. If they were to beat us or they win that game in hand, they could go second. They managed to get into the Champions League last year, and they put 6. I know we put 4 past Leeds, but they got 6 past Leeds. Put them in a confident mood today, won't it?
Yes, but like I say, they are on really good form, and as that stat just showed, they're on a decent running, really. Regarding Ollie, I think he's a bit hit and miss. It's one of them where I think with the size of the club that Man United are, I know he's an ex-player for them, but having said that.
I think you've been drinking too much, Stephen.
I've just seen that. I think, like I say, you look at their ex-managers, Mourinho, Alex Ferguson. Even Giggs when he went in, you're a massive player for him. Van Gaal. I think with Ollie, if he can. I mean, it annoys me when a lot of people say they've not been backed. As a Leicester fan, I don't know how well they've been backed. We can only go from what the media say, what they've spent. Yeah. I think they're quite a bit of money to spend. If you look at Wan-Bissaka and Maguire last season, altogether they cost like 120 million. So it's not chump change, is it? I don't mind Ollie, to be honest with you. I think he's doing a decent enough job. I still think they're keeping him there and waiting for maybe a bigger manager to become available. I'm surprised they never went in for Poch when they did, to be honest with you. That surprised me.
I think they could lose him now because he's been linked with PSG, isn't he?
Yeah,
it's I'm just bringing a message up here from Mike Dean reffing today. I'll be honest with you, I give up with the refs. I mean, we used to moan about the refs. They've now got VAR. We moan about VAR. Let's be honest with you, with the refs, let's take our blue-tinted spectacles off here, Josh. I don't know if you'll agree with me. If a ref gives a decision for us, he's the best ref going. If he gives a vote against us, he should be, doing the Southern League or whatever. I think that's it. Yeah. We can moan about fans, but about refs, but they have to call it like they call it. And I think it's an easy cop-out to say, the ref was a homer today, and I've done it in the past. But it's I don't know this. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. But I think he's in Brazil, a Brazilian Leicester fan there. We're going all over the world today, Sierra Leone, Leicester. I look out my window and it's damp and, overcast and cold. I'm jealous. I'm thinking this actually might be my daughter there. Slow down forever. Go Heather. She likes to pop up every now and again. But is it me? But I always want to beat Man United. Of course, Man United are one of those teams, like any of the big teams, you want to beat them. But after that, when we look at what happened last season, and I don't like to remind you, and I'm sorry for bringing this back up, but they did the double overs last season. Like I say, it's been 2014, that 5-3 since we last beat them. But that game on the 26th of July, I know Casper gave away the second very easily, but it still hurts that we threw it away, and they did that on the last day of the season. It is revenge today, isn't it?
Fingers crossed, mate. Yeah, I think, like I say, the last game of the season. I mean, from what I remember, we didn't start the game that bad, really. From what I remember, and then, like I said, I think first goal, Chowdhury gave it away in a silly position. It's just against United and teams like that. When you look at their attack, especially today, it's one of the teams where if you give them a slight sniff, and they are going to hurt you. So I'd like to see us. Hopefully, we've learnt from mistakes from last season. I think going from the Spurs game on Sunday, we definitely learnt the mistakes from when we played them at their place last season as well. So fingers crossed, mate. Hopefully, it's going to be tough though.
Do you think the players will look at? I mean, we know last season the wheels came off the wagon at the end. We came back from the post-COVID break, and we just didn't get it. I mean, I think it had stopped. You know, we had problems before then, but I think that just magnified it. But do you think the players are out there thinking they want revenge because we were knocked out of the Champions League? And I know it wasn't just that one game, but that was like the nail in the coffin, wasn't it?
You'd like to think so. You'd like to think they go into this game with that sort of mindset. I think at the end of the day, we are a team that could turn up, and when we are at its best, we can give anybody a game, or we can beat anybody. I think, like you say, I think there's a hint of we want revenge. The players hopefully will think we want to do these over really for what they beat us last season. Then you think, well, United they're a massive scalp in the league, be one of the second biggest club in the world. So even to get a victory over them is massive. It'd be huge for us.
Yeah, we've got to talk about him because I have a feeling, and I've been taking the pee out of him now for the last couple of weeks, and for the Opposition View show with the Man United fan. But I have a feeling that he is at some point, knowing what we're like at corners, he's going to pop up and he's going to score against us, and that's of course Maguire.
Yeah.
He's and you see, I've played you the video, I think, on that and I haven't got it set up, so I can't play it again. But the Maguire fan going absolutely ape over how bad. The Man United fan going out ape about how bad Maguire is. He's got this £80 million tag as the most expensive defender and etc. Most expensive player between the two players we've sold, they bought, on and on and on. But he does seem to be carrying that as a heavy weight, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think when he left us, slightly disappointed, but I think a lot of neutral fans and especially United fans, we've got Leicester's best centre back, but I think a lot of us Leicester fans were like, well, hang on, no, like. At the time, this was obviously before Soyuncu came in and started for his last season. For me, Johnny Evans were our best centre back. So I was thinking, if he goes, he goes. If he stays, even better, really. But then when you think like the money we got for him, like a lot of my mates are United fans, and I'm saying, listen, he's a good defender. Don't get me wrong. And like I think at the time, I thought, we're going to miss him, but he's not worth 80 million, nowhere near. I think the thing is, what maybe bumped his price up is the Van Dijk deal at Liverpool, as daft as it sounds. I know the money they spent for him, but then, to be fair, you look at the money we get for players now, and it's ridiculous, and it's extremely good business for us. But I mean, like I said, I don't mind him. Like I said in the show the other day, mate, it's a job to most footballers. He owed us nothing. We got a couple of good seasons out of him, and then it is what it is. Really, he's not a bad defender.
I think as well, we didn't have to sell. We're no longer a selling club. So if somebody comes in with 50 million, I mean, let's be honest with you, years ago, we know Leicester would have sold him for, half that. But, we can hold out for these fees now. I mean, I was speaking to the Man United fan on the Opposition View show, and he said, looking back, they bought the wrong defender, that they should have had Johnny Evans back. But
I think so, mate. I think, like I said, I think Maguire's another one of them where he divides opinion amongst their fans, and rightly so. Again, mate, like you said, it's down to the price tag that they paid for him. I think if they'd paid 40, 50 million, a lot of them would have been happy with what they've got. He makes mistakes, I know, but it's definitely the price tag that's not helped him. But as I said, he's a good defender. He's just not worth 80 million. That's all.
Yes. I've just been messaged by Mark, who does the European show for me, who is actually. I'm not sure. Have you had your operation or yet? Not yet, Mark. He's a bit off ill at the moment, and he's made the point there, and I hadn't noticed this, but there's no under anywhere.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't know if he must have picked up a knock. Other than that, I can't see why it wouldn't at least be on the bench.
Mark, he isn't Mark's favourite player, and he did message me on Facebook saying he's under injured or is he just shit, asking for a friend. He can't accept that Under's had a couple of good games, which he has had when he's come on.
Yeah,
he's played really well, and I haven't seen any news of him being injured at all.
No, it's a strange one. I mean, if he's not injured and he's just been dropped completely, it's a shame because he's a player that could come on and create something for you. So, I mean, say hopefully it's just a knock. You don't want anybody out injured, but fingers crossed that's the reason, and he's not just been dropped completely.
I'm just looking down. I'm just looking down the LCFC site here, and there's nothing that says he's injured or not. So I don't know. And let's face it, players can pick up injuries. Yeah. In warm-ups.
Illnesses. Yeah.
And you don't know. Sometimes, personal things. They get illnesses in the family or something like that. I was hoping somebody was going to. If anybody knows when they're watching, we're only on for a few more minutes. But if you do know what's happened to Under, why he's under and out, rather than over and out, he's under and out. Let us know. Yeah, he's a Brazilian Leicester supporter. This fan. So welcome along. Nice to have you on board. Man United Herbert. Herbert, welcome along. How are you feeling, lads? I suppose I'm actually feeling a little bit confident.
Optimistic, slightly optimistic. I'll tell you how I feel about, half time, I think I'd be able to express how I feel about it. But it's just, I'm just hoping for more than anything. I'm hoping just for a better performance against them than we did in the 2 games last season, really.
Yes, yeah. We are, I can say some teams, it just doesn't happen again. I mean, Arsenal were like that for years, but we couldn't buy a win off Arsenal. Your home is worrying, as is impeccable. I don't think your home form is that good, Herbert. I think your away form is good.
I think he thinks maybe he meant the away form.
Yeah, I think that's what you're trying to say. But we mentioned that earlier that we are better away. You're better away. Unfortunately, we're at home. But so let's just have one last quick look. And I think we've, like I say, it's nice. I think it's the first time this season, is it, that he's actually not made any changes?
I think it is, and I'm like I say, I'm not surprised with how well we performed against Spurs. I had I had a slight inkling he might go for Mendy and Ndidi as 2 holding players, just purely to stifle their attack. But I can't complain with that. I know I said I was surprised Albrighton started against Spurs, but against them he had a cracking game. Hopefully he can have another good one today.
And we've got to remember as well, in 2 days' time, there's a small matter of Crystal Palace.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. The game's just coming thick and fast. That did make me
think there might be some changes.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you don't know. Maybe Under's been completely rested for that. You never know, do you? It's just like you said. It's just strange how nothing's come out about it at all. Hopefully, everything's all right.
He did mean his away form. Yeah, I think, like I say, you can read too much into these things. But I've got to ask you then. Let's get this up. I haven't done the graphic for this, but. Score prediction. Steve Walsh has gone 2-1 to Leicester. Steve Lynix has gone 1-1 draw. Big Ian Marshy there, honest as he always is, has gone for a 2-3 away win to Man United. I do hope it's not 2-2 with the 89th minute, because we know what's going to happen. I've gone for a 2-2. I think it will be a tough. I think, and I would, if you offer me 2-2 now, I would probably take it, to be honest with you. Go on, Josh, what we're going for?
Again, mate, like the Spurs game, it's one of them where I think, you know what, looking back, I think the result against Spurs gives us it's going to sound daft, but a little bit of leeway with today. I mean, if we lose, we lose. If we get beat, we get beat. As long as I see a decent performance, and like I said earlier, a better performance than we did against them last season, then it is what it is. Better teams are going to lose against United. Having said that, I said we draw against Spurs, but I genuinely think today will be the first draw for us this season. I'm going to go 1 each, 1-1.
1-1, yeah. I think I'm getting used to the fact that I don't know what to get used to this season.
Exactly.
What Villa did to Liverpool, and then and Leeds, yes, they're losing, but they are putting up some good fights along the way. It's just one of those seasons, isn't it? And like you say, I don't mind losing. It's part of the game. You know, you're either going to win, you're going to draw, or you're going to lose. It's going to be one of the three. And I don't mind, like that time when we put up, when we did the Great Escape. Although we were losing week in, week out, we were fighting.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, we were putting up good performances. We just weren't getting the rub of the green, really. I mean, it was deflating and disheartening losing most weeks until obviously the last couple of months. But we were exciting to watch. I think we just really had a go at it, and we never got the look we deserved, really. Then obviously at the end it all came good. But this season, mate, like you just said, it's completely toss of the coin. It could go either way in most games. Like I say, hopefully today we get something. A draw. I agree with you. I'd take a point now. Definitely, it's going to be tough, but
it is. And you've gone 1-1. I've gone 2-2. I'm not a betting man because I haven't got one score completely correct this season so far. Josh, thank you very much, mate.
Nice one, mate. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, have a great Boxing Day with that lovely family of yours. See you on, what day is it? I'm lost. What day is it? Saturday. So hopefully see you on Monday.
Yeah, Sam, mate, definitely.
Pre-Palace, and hopefully we'll be big smiles all over our face.
Fingers crossed, pal. Have a good day, mate.
You as well. All the best. Take care. Stay
Enjoy,
safe.
bud.
Cheers.
Pal. Bye, mate.
Right. Okay, thanks to Josh there. He's off to be with his family. Facebook user there's gone 3-2 Leicester. Scrappy to the very end. I'd take it. I don't care if we win 1-0 and it comes off Inacho's arse as he's come on as a sub and he's falling over. I just want to beat United. We just due a win. Like I say, the 5-3 was the last win. How much longer has it got to go? We've turned it around against Arsenal, who used to be a bogey team. I think it's time now to turn it around against Man United, the Red Devils. It's going to be a tough one. We are going to kick off in about 11 minutes' time. Enjoy the match. Let's hope we can get a good win. Sorry to the Man United Herbert, but we hope you get stuffed. It's not about it all being a good game. That's bollocks. It's all just about winning and the 3 points. I'll be back with Josh. Not unlike Arnie, but I'll be back with Josh 40 minutes after the final whistle. Gives us a chance to calm down, have a drink, do the stuff on the website. And then me and Josh and Julian Watts, ex-Leicester City player, should be joining us for the post-match show. We'll see you then. Keep the faith and stay safe, guys.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Shut up and sit down.
thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.